trying to increase your credit score? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the ultimate utilization hack where you can improve your credit score. How I went from this to this. I'm going to show my exact strategy. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, where we believe small changes can create big results. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We talk about credit, budgeting, and student loans. Well, I've been showing you guys my journey of me applying for the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card, and I was trying to increase my credit score because y'all was saying, well, to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card, you should at least have about a 700 credit score. So I was on Rochelle Adamson Budget's channel, maybe I think August or September, and she was talking about this credit card strategy where she would pay her credit card off maybe like every 5 weeks. So I was just like, okay, what if I left 2 to 7% on my credit card so that I can see if it'll increase my credit? So I know for sure that this credit utilization hack works, because it increased my credit score to over a 700, where I applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card and I got approved. Now you have to check out that video, but I wanted to show you guys where I'm going to increase it from 2% to 7% so we can see if I could get my credit score to a 750 maybe by December. Now, our credit utilization accounts for 30% of our credit score, and really what it is how much available credit do you have on your credit card minus how much you owe on the credit card. So let's say you have a $10,000 credit limit, but you have $1,000 balance on a credit card. So that's going to be a 10% credit utilization, and they say that you should have your utilization 30% or less, but really about 10%. Now what my problem was, my credit utilization was 0 or maybe 1. So what happened, I left 2% on my credit card, and when they reported it to the credit bureau, it helped increase my credit score. So I was just like, okay, since this really worked, let me leave 7%. So I'm going to show you guys the exact strategy on how I'm going to do that. Now, y'all, I'm not even going to lie. When I left the balance on the credit card after my due date and after the statement date, y'all, I was so nervous because I didn't want to pay any interest on a credit card, because I like to use my credit cards like my debit cards and not pay any interest. I pay the credit card off every month. So, and I probably make about 3 to 4 payments a month. So one, leaving a balance on the credit card after the due date, and then after the statement date, I was so nervous. But what I did was, as soon as my statement date ended, I paid the credit card off. Now, in the strategy that I used last month, I used my 2 credit cards, my 2 Navy Federal credit cards. Now, I really think that this strategy works, especially for me. It works better if you have lower limit credit cards. One of my credit cards, I have about a $7,000 balance, and then another credit card, I have a $25,000 balance. So it was harder to do it for the $25,000 credit card than the $7,000. And you will see that when I show you how I reported to the credit bureau. It was so funny. So what I did on my one credit card, I left 2% on the credit card. So I looked at my credit card statement and I saw, okay, here's the due date, here's the statement date. So after the statement date, that's when they're going to report to the credit bureau. So then I pulled my credit report, and I actually pulled it from my Chase credit card. In the Chase credit card, they have a portal where you can see your credit card journey and you can pull your credit report. So it is so cool. It was so easy. But if your credit card doesn't do that, you can always go over to your annualcreditreport.com and you can pull your credit report once a week until April of 2023. But it was just easier for me to pull it from my Chase credit card. My other credit cards, although I'm able to see my credit score, I'm not able to pull the report. So what I did, I pulled the report for those 2 credit cards. So my first credit card, so my statement date, on my statement, it said October the 5th. So then I left, I want to say $300 but I'll put it here because I can't remember the exact amount. But when I went over to my credit report, it had the exact amount. So I know that you want to wait until after your statement date to pay it off, because on my actual credit report, it says that it reported around October the 13th, if I'm not making a mistake. So I know that this really works. And then you can see that I left, about a 3% balance on that credit card. But that credit limit is only $7,000. Now on my other credit card, I have a $25,000 balance, and y'all, I wasn't nowhere near. I was only at a 1%. So I'm going to use this strategy on both of the credit cards, for sure on the one that has a $7,000 credit limit, and I'm going to get as close as I can on the $25,000 credit limit, because 7% of $25,000, that's $1,750. And I'm just like trying to do this on 2 credit cards. I don't know how it's going to work, but for sure, since I knew that I was going to do this strategy, when I normally make 45 payments a month, I haven't been making any payments. And so we're going to see. So I do have a balance on both of the credit cards, but I haven't paid any interest on either of the credit cards. So that's the thing. You got to make sure to check your statement dates. And that's why I started small, because I was so nervous and I didn't want to pay any interest. So now I feel comfortable with this. So I'm going to put 7% on the credit cards. Now, the main key for me, like I said, is to not pay interest on the credit card. So what I do is every month I do my budget, and I'm using my credit card like my debit card. So I know that I already have the money available because I've already done my budget. Because see, this is the thing is, let's say this is a points credit card for me. If I'm paying interest on the credit card, that's really eating up my profit for my bonus points. So you don't want to pay interest on the credit cards. So you want to use your budget, and you can always drop down in the description and get my free budget and debt repayment template where you can do your monthly budget. Keeping your utilization 30% or lower, but 10%, but in my case, I'm going to do 7%. Now, I'm going to tell you, I haven't always been this way. It has taken a progression for me to get to the point where I'm paying the credit cards off every month. Because when I was in college, oh my goodness, I used to just use the credit card like crazy, and I would make the minimum payment every month. But probably for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been using the credit card, and I haven't paid interest on the credit card. And even when I had credit card debt last year, I always had it on a 0% interest credit card, so I wasn't accumulating any interest on the credit cards. So you want to make sure that you're not paying interest on the credit card. Now, if you're in a position to where, let's say you have more than 30% on your credit card, don't beat yourself up about it. Try to do small increments. See if you can take it from, if it's 50, take it from 50 to 40. If it's 30, take it from 30 to 20, because I really feel like, I guarantee, if you can decrease your credit utilization, I think you will really see an increase in your credit score. But start where you can. And then once you pay the credit card off, then use your budget to where you can make sure that you have the money available to pay the credit card off when you're using it like your credit card. And so that way you can, really rack in those reward points. But we're going to see if I'm going to be able to increase my credit score to a 750 before the end of the year. Jump down in the comments and let me know if you're going to try this strategy, or if you have tried this strategy, how did it work from you? I'm really excited about it. So let me know what you think. I hope that you have found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you will be the first to be notified when new content drops. And I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game, it's a